Seb, just give us your initial thoughts following the draw here in San Diego.
Overall, I think it's a good away point. It keeps our unbeaten streak going as well. It's always a tough place to come. San Diego away, you look at the personnel that they have on the field, internationals all over, but I think we stood up to the challenge really well. I thought we took our goal exceptionally well as well. It was great to see Julie get on the score sheet. And then, obviously disappointed with the equaliser, but to see the game out and get a point away from home is pleasing for the staff and the players.
Do you feel like that's the feeling kind of in the group right now, or is there a little disappointment in the squad to not, walk out of here with the full 3 points?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the players are coming off the field disappointed that they put themselves in a position to win the game. Unfortunate not to see it out or get that second goal. But every game has its challenges. When you're sitting at the top of the table, it's always tough because teams try that little bit harder to try and knock you off that position. And so, yeah, I think there's elements of our game that we can continue to improve on. I think we can control the game more in possession, find our connections and our links. But again, it's a good away point. Last year we would have probably taken that, but yeah, the players have set high standards for themselves, and so have we as staff. But yeah, we'll review the game and see what we can continue to improve on to ensure that we can get 3 points.
Not a new starting lineup, but a different starting lineup seems almost nearly every match it's a different new starting. Can you just speak about the depth of the team and just how difficult it is as a coach to go through those decisions?
Yeah, I mean, there's some big personnel missing tonight, and Barbara was on limited time as well, which is always difficult as well. But the one thing that this team has showed is that its next player steps up and knows their role within the team, and we know that they'll be 100% committed to their role and give everything, and that's really important for the culture that we've installed into these players. And I was pleased for them. Corey Dyke got a first start in the league, really important, as well as Alex Kerr getting a first appearance as well. So yeah, we're using our depth. We're making sure that we're putting the players in positions that they can be successful as well. And so, yeah, they should be pleased with again, the point that we got away from home.
I was going to mention Alex next. Can you just talk about the work that she's put in, and then obviously how building up to the moment and making her first appearance, just the work behind the scenes that she's been putting in?
Yeah, I mean, it's been challenging for her because, you look at some of the personnel that she has in front of her. But yeah, she has a brilliant attitude. She's always committed in training, always asking the right questions to improve her game. And we felt today was a great opportunity for her to get her first appearance in the league. And, she did well to say, it was a first appearance in a hostile environment when, the pressure's on as well. But we needed her in that moment. And, she did well.
We'll go ahead and go to the Zoom. Michael Citro.
Hey, Seb, thanks for your time. Just curious about your tactics going into this game. It seemed like you were looking for your team to absorb San Diego's pressure, maybe wanting to take advantage of them trying to get out on the front foot because they've struggled and hit on the counter. Was that sort of what you had envisioned, and in the second half did maybe the back line get pushed back a little bit further than you'd like?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what I said earlier. We'd like to possess the ball a little bit more, but yeah, that's an area that we're going to continue to improve on. We want to play brave. We want teams to commit to their press as well, which will allow more space in behind. I don't think we found our two forwards too often in the first half. With the likes of Barbara and Ali, there's a lot of pace in that front line, and so we just have to be more decisive with our decisions. And then second half, it's always difficult. We talk about this all the time we're 1-0 up in the first half, and then two halves are never the same. You know, losing Barbara in the second half, bringing on Marty, you know, two very different players, but exceptional players as well. And I thought there was moments where we controlled the game in periods, but yeah, I think we could have been more clinical in front of goal, and created a few more chances. But yeah, this team looks very different all the time. You know, the personnel come on, the likes of Summer Yates, Ali Lamos, very different players to the like, you know, Julie Doyle, who's more direct. So yeah, we just adding more layers to a game, play to players' strengths as best we can. And again, we're still in a learning period of our season, and you know, pride as well. This is only our second year as coaches, only second year with this group of players, and so every moment is a challenger moment and a learning moment, and you know, that's going to put us in good stead moving forward.
So Jordan, go ahead. One more.
Seb, you mentioned Barbara being on limited minutes, and this is noticeable. The second time she's come off at halftime, and the other team has noticeably gotten much more aggressive, not having to worry about her getting in behind. What can you do to sort of combat that moving forward if this situation arises again?
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult because there's not another player like Barbara. She is always going to put fear in defenders. She's going to keep defenders honest with their starting position, and so I think if that scenario presents itself again, I think we still have quality players, and it may look a little bit different. You know, we take off Barbara, we bring on Martin. I think within that second half, I think we have now a player who can possess the ball really well, still be threatening in attacking positions, but it may look different to Martin and Barbara are very different players. So those opportunities that will present themselves will look different, but we always try and play to a player's strength. So with Barbara, it's more of a threat in behind. With Marty, it's more, you know, ball at her feet and getting in good areas to dribble and drive past players and still get good opportunities to score.